Hi everybody. I hate I couldn't be there tonight. But with school and everything, I just had to kind of stay here in Starkville, but I really just wanted to be able to make this video so that I could still talk about Honduras because it literally just it changed my life. And I know that sounds corny to say, but it really did, and I literally couldn't have imagined a better way to start my summer off, and I probably could have stayed there and never came back and would have been okay with it. But I couldn't have imagined being with such a wonderful group of people like everyone was, and especially Brother Johnny and everyone who just watched over us, and Miss Laura and Miss Terry. I really appreciate all of y'all just keeping us safe for one thing, and also just Brother Lewis and Nanny and Danny and Becky and Elizabeth and Paola. And Alma, especially in her cooking. I loved every single solitary bit of it, and every day I think of those kids that I had to leave behind, and oh my gosh, I just want to. It makes me just want to cry right now, and I I pray for them every day, and my heart just longs to be back there. And I being there maybe made me realize how much God has just been working in my life lately, and how much He has shown me that, you know, I mean, as much as these mission trips are for me, and as much as I, want to grow in myself, in my faith, it's not just me that changes myself, it's everyone that's around me. As much love as I tried to give to everyone that I saw, I experienced so much in return, from just the smallest smiles that the kids would give me as they saw me, and the hugs and the kisses that I received from all the women. It was amazing. And as I handed all that food out, knowing that that would have maybe lasted my family for maybe 2 days, 2 or 3 days. And the fact that they have to make that last them for an entire week, just it just amazed me what the conditions that they live in. I've never seen poverty like that in my entire life. We think we have it bad here, and I'm sure some people do, but there it's so different, and you would never know unless you went. Even the pictures don't even describe it. I saw people walking on the side of the road selling whatever they could just to earn money. I saw kids with tattered clothing living in shacks. That didn't even have four walls. We complain about having small houses and houses that maybe look plain or maybe look slightly shabby. They don't even have four walls. They may live on the side of a cliff, on the edge of a cliff, with two walls, just enough to maybe keep the wind out, backed up against a sheet of rock with a hot plate for a stove. They don't even. It just amazed me. But with the happiness that they conduct themselves, they just were still so happy and so on fire for the Lord. I have one video that's on my Facebook, and it only lasted about 10 seconds, but it was just them just dancing and just almost yelling at the top of their lungs, praising the Lord. But they were so just still so on fire for Christ, yet they just had so little. And it just, gosh, it reminded me how petty I can be sometimes when I want a new pair of clothes, or how I complain because I'm tired because of school that day, and yet the kids want to go to school. They are just on fire to go to school. And I wish I could go back. I hope I can go back. And I pray to the Lord that, if His will for me to go back, then I know the money will supply itself. And I'm just so thankful for this trip. I had such a wonderful time, and in a week I fell in love with missions, and I fell in love with the people around me, and with being able to share the love of Christ. And I was happy that I knew some Spanish, but what Spanish I did know prompted them to think that I knew more, and they would keep talking, and I wasn't really sure what they were saying, but still, I could see that they were so appreciative for us to be there. And I have one distinct memory of me and Sydney being in the car with Brother Jerry and Brother Herb, and we were all just singing really old songs with Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra, which was one of the highlights of my trip. I had a wonderful time being with them, and just kind of goofing off, especially when Brother Jerry tried to push me off a cliff, but that's okay. I forgive him. I just appreciate all of you, and my love goes out to everyone in the group, and I miss all of y'all terribly, and I hope I can come back soon. So, I mean, even this small amount of time that I'm talking, I could probably talk about it for way longer, but I'm trying to cut it short for the sake of brevity. But I just thank y'all so, so much for everything y'all have done, for the money that y'all have donated to go on this trip. I mean, you have no idea how many lives you changed and how healthy those people will be now just because of the water filters and because of the food. And I thank y'all. I heard something in church today that really kind of reminded me of why we were here. I mean, with so many problems that are going on in Honduras right now, I mean, and it's sad to say, as much as we all think we can go in there and change everything, we can't. I mean, there's not even enough time in the world to change what's all going on in that country. And I mean, only God can change it. And when he comes back, it's going to be so much better for them and for us and for everyone. And I know that I know that it's going to be so much better once he comes back for them, because even then I think about the conditions those children still live in. And gosh, I mean, these are my pictures on my wall. I put all of them up on my wall, and some of them are the kids and some of them are just me, but I love Honduras so much. It'll always be in my heart. So I thank you for the opportunity to be able to go on this trip, and I hope y'all have a great rest of the week, and thank you for giving me the opportunity and the time to be able to talk. Thanks.